mental health, anxiety, fear. I deal with depression. I don't know why. Something like that. Chemical imbalance. My uncle dropped me on my head when I was a baby. Today we're talking about mental health.
Oh man, brand new weed eater. Oh,
How I'm working through the depression, anxiety, and fear. I get up and I do something. Just do something, Rob.
hey, what's up, guys? So the very first thing we're gonna do is, you see this hunk of chunk? A hunk of chunk. A junk of what we'll call this Alabama alligator bayou rainforest. Man, we fixing to do the neighborly thing, because you know they can't get out of their yard without rubbing on them palm trees. And shoot, you know I can't even see across the road. So, and even more importantly, guys, what this is kind of about is look, I'm not Dana White. Pause.
I hate this whole men's mental health bullshit that they talk about. Really against all that shit.
However, I do struggle with mental depression, mental illness, whatever you call it. I struggle with it. I don't talk about it. I talk to it. Hallelujah. So anyway, one of my great friends, pretty much my best friend, she told me a long time ago, hey Rob, just get up. And when all I had, I don't even think it was my push mower at the time, she said, just get up and go cut the grass. So how do you beat mental health? You just keep on pushing through. You don't sit in comfort. You make yourself uncomfortable. Well, same thing it always is, doing work. Depression, all of that, you know, is what I deal with, and I know a lot of us deal with that. Hallelujah. And how do I deal with it? I don't really talk about it. I don't talk to anybody about my problems. I go to God with my problems, and I know that there's a whole lot of us out there. Even Brandon Lane Coleman.
Usually when you're struggling like that in life, you also end up struggling with mental health as well. And we always tell people at our shows, if you're struggling with mental health, just be sure to reach out to somebody and take care of it, because I promise it gets better, and you're not alone in any of it. You're here for a reason.
Take it out, pause. You know, what I used to do is I used to get high. I used to give me some dope or something and run from my problems and cover up my problems. Well, there's no running from my problems anymore. I'm 46 years old. I don't know how old you is. I'm 46. I'm almost 50. Let's just put it that way. So there is no more running from my problems. It's what am I going to do with my problems? I'm going to work through them, and we're going to get them over with, and we're going to get on to the next set of problems. Hallelujah. And believe one day that the path of life will get a whole lot smoother once we get on the right course. It's all about them course corrections. Course, it's all about them course corrections. All right, enough talking, a whole lot more working. So first thing is mandatory here in LA, Lower Alabama. You already know. And the first thing you do is you take a bath. The second thing you do is you take a bath. We'll get you some Repel, 100% DEET. Put that thing on like that, from your head to your feet. And now we can get
Tools for this job: 1 0-turn mower, Husky chainsaw, and my new weed eater. Wait, what? Let's not forget the Honda push mower.
all right. And yeah, that's not too bad of a setup for a you know, a handyman, I mean a landscaper. So yeah, first things first is to bust out the chainsaw and start whacking it. You know what I'm saying? All right, and two, I want to see all these things. I'm gonna cut all that old stuff off, and we're hoping the neighbor doesn't come out here and run me out of her yard. However, I think she's gonna be okay with me making things look better, but that's what I'm gonna do. So first thing, I think I'm gonna weed eat and just kind of pick my way around.
Decided to take my chainsaw, Husqvarna $10 chainsaw, and clear up some of this underbrush so I could get in there with my weed eater, so I ain't eating up all the weed eater string, if you know what I mean.
All right, there we go. Welcome to a little POV, our POV, point of view angle. Anyway, hallelujah. So I'm gonna leave a lot of that in there. It's just so trashed up right now you can't see. So just welcome to my POV. Y'all sit back and enjoy without having to feel the heat, without having to feel the danger, and without having to jacked up being renewed mind. Welcome. Fines all up in that, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hook Ruby 2.0 up. All right.
So there were some of these monster Alabama vines that were as thick, like literally about as thick as my arm. So I figured I'd take this mower, Ruby 2.0, and pull them all out. Okay guys, and look, and one of my first merch items is gonna be on, I'm gonna start making shirts and they're gonna say, do not try this at home. Extreme danger for professionals only. Okay, so y'all get ready for it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What a mess. Sorry, that's why we're cleaning it up. What a freaking mess. I'm gonna get that thing out there. Alright, so we pretty much there. We got a few trimmings. This is where they cut that they cut my weeping willow down. I'm not really too happy about that. However, the dang ditches are running a lot better. A lot. You son of a gun, you.
Now, I thought I broke the trigger on my chainsaw. However, I don't know exactly what I did to her for $10, so she's a bad mamma jamma.
out. And literally doesn't take but about 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes to make a complete mess. All the rain weed. Bam, just like that. And even in the rain, that's okay. And now, at least we can see through. And hallelujah, probably come over and cut their grass for them. I'm not. Anyway, so that's what it is. Hope y'all enjoy.